Hello, everybody. It's Daniel speaking, and this is our next emotional English podcast where we learn an English language effortlessly, emotionally, fulfilled with energy, and of course, positively. Today, I've prepared another great episode for you guys, and we're going to discuss another great vocabulary, right, from the United States of America, from the origin of the slang words. And today I have 5 words prepared, or 5 great phrases, pretty old style phrases, but they still pretty usable. If you want to learn something new, if you want to go deeper to the language, it's the best. I really love to learn slang words because they can give you a little historical part from the country, which language you're trying to get, all right, or learn. The first word is abadaba. So I will read the definition for you guys. Maybe I will read a little story or historical fact about the phrase or word. And then we're going to discuss what this thing has, what kind of meaning this word has, and can we use the alternatives or synonyms here? So let's do this. Abadaba, it's a noun, right? It's not a verb. It's not the... it's not the verb. It's not a preposition. It's a classic noun. It means the chatter or gossip. This is a pretty old word. It's from 1961. Undoubtedly originated with the song "The Abba Dabba Honeymoon." If you don't know what this Abba Dabba Honeymoon is, you can check the YouTube, right? It's the very good song written in 1913 and released with a great success by Larry Clinton. Larry Clinton, it's the guy, right, from the U.S. And his orchestra in March 1948, in which Abba Dabba is the chatter, right? Informal talk of monkeys, okay? So just imagine a little conversation, right? Let's say between 2 friends, and this is an informal conversation. So this informal conversation called Abba Dabba, you can use this word whatever you want, but classically in the informal conversations, right? Because this is the slang words, and slang words most often used in small informal conversations, right? Or big informal conversations. Another example here, what I see is Abba Dabba, in and out of our town in a hurry this week was Guy Lewis, right? So Abba Dabba is like a story, the gossip, right? You have a little rumor, and then the gossip or chatter, and it all means the same, Abba Dabba. And I like the pronunciation, it sounds really cool, like abracadabra. The same. Abba Dabba means chatter or gossip. Okay, now I'll ask you the question. What does it mean, an Abba Dabba? Yes, you're right. It's chatter or gossip or just a little rumor, right? From the old United States times. I think it's 1961, right? Pretty old. Next, let's go to the next word, which is coming here, right? It's the breakfast of champions. Breakfast of champions. First of all, what is this? It's a noun as well as Abba Dabba. It's a noun. Breakfast of champions. But what does it mean? Okay, that's pretty simple, actually. So breakfast of champions means beer. Beer, it's a beverage, alcohol beverage, beer. And this is pretty historical as well. So people start using it from 1976, right? 1976. And I have an example here. She handed one to Steve, then took a long drink from her own. Breakfast of champions, she proclaimed, holding up the can in a mock toast and until Steve had taken a drink. Right. So it's just a situation, imagine in the bar or somewhere else. Right. And the lady want to make a toast. And this toast is not just the proclamation. It's the mock toast, means, raising the glass. You're raising the glasses, proclaiming something, and you're doing it in the mock manner, right? Or mockingly, right? Until someone taking a drink. So this is the breakfast of champions, right? So answer me my question, please. Does the tea is the breakfast of champions? No, it's not. Of course, only a beer, right? According to the United States slang words, means breakfast of champions, right? Why they call it this way? That's pretty interesting. I can only guess because I have no information here. My guess is the breakfast of champions. Probably everybody who celebrates something, for example, someone won the great championship and they had a beer that time, right? They had been drinking the beer, and that's probably it. That's why. And they did it until the morning, maybe, right? Or something like that. Breakfast of champions. So it means that they had a beer as let's say, as a consumption or as a food option, right? And they eat it a lot. They drink it a lot. That's why they call it breakfast of champions. It's the type of food, and it's pretty. You can feel full after drinking a beer. That's what I know for sure. And that's what I have here. Okay, breakfast of champions. Okay, let's go next. Breakfast of losers, right? First of all, you can see, that's just the opposite, right? Breakfast of losers, something related to the beer, or maybe it's vodka. But no, breakfast of losers means an absolute opposite thing. I mean, not opposite, but absolute different area, okay? Just imagine there is a seductive and sleep-inducing drug, and the name of this drug is methaqualone. If I'm not saying it incorrectly, methaqualone. It's the drug, right? The recreational drug, best known as Quaaludes, right? Quaaludes. I think it's the name of the brand. I can be wrong here, but it's Quaaludes, right? It's the name of the brand in the United States from the 1987. And it's like a medicine, right? Methaqualone, medicine, sedative and sleep-inducing drug. So, and that was pretty popular in America. And people called it breakfast of losers, right? And you're trying to induce your sleep, right? Induce your sleep. So my question to you, is the beer a breakfast of a loser or losers? Of course it's not. So breakfast of losers is a methaqualone, right? The sedative and sleep-inducing drug, right? Recreational drug. That's the word here. Next is break it off. It's a phrasal verb. But it's it's an interesting one, because when you say break it off, you want to ask money, and probably you're a thief or you're the robber, and you want to steal money from someone, and you say break it off, give me your money, right? And it's pretty more than one. It's 1997, not so long time ago. They've made it. And I have a situation here. Just about a year ago, when Don Jones was 17, Don Jones, probably it's the guy name, right? He pulled a green Halloween mask over his face and put a gun to the head of Fairywood neighbor. Break it off, Jones said. Street slang for hand over your money, okay? Hand over your money or give me your money, right? So that's the meaning of this phrasal verb. Break it off, bitch. Oh, this is a very bad swearing word I use, so never say that to the girl or someone else whom you love, okay? So break it off. Very good phrase. Give me your money, right? Or another phrase is hand over your money. Hand over your money. So you stop using your money and you're giving the money to another person. So you hand over your money. I love English because it's so logical and we see the logic here. And the last phrasal verb, which I want to show you today, means break off. And it's not a phrasal verb. It's just the verb with off in the end. Yeah, we can call it phrasal. Why not? When you say break off, classically people use it to say, let's say, to break off. I want to break off, and something like this. Some people say break off his romance, right? To stop, to finish, right? Something like this. But classically, in this context, which I want to show you, it's pretty modern as well, from 2004. When you use the phrase break off, you're trying to deal with someone in a harshly manner, in an extremely harsh manner, right? And that's the way what it means, right? So when you, for example, when somebody try to break you off, it means that somebody trying to deal with you in a very harshly manner, right? In an extremely harsh manner. Harsh means roughness, right? So it's not a pleasant thing, okay? It's the opposite of pleasant. So somebody's maybe disturbingly or not pleasantly touching you or acting with you, and that's not pleasant, okay? So break off. When somebody treating you in a harsh manner, okay? So let's memorize it. I will read the words in a row again, and you'll try to give me the definition. If you want to memorize these words, you can listen to this podcast again, and then again, and then again, until you memorized it. So do you remember, how do you call the phrase or the word when you want to say a gossip or a chatter or a little rumor? How do you call this? Abba dabba. Abba dabba, right? So what the abba dabba nowadays, guys? Let's say the situation in Ukraine, the situation between Russia and European Union, the situation between US and Vladimir Putin. Why not? It's an abba dabba, right? It's a little chatter. It's a gossip. It's just, something which we don't understand, and it's just happening around us. Next, breakfast of champions. What does it mean? Yeah, just imagine a beautiful bar, a beautiful girl, and she's proclaiming breakfast of champions, right? And she's holding up the can of beer and mockingly saying the toast and proclaiming breakfast of champions, right? Yes, of course she's drinking a beer. The next one, breakfast of losers. Breakfast of losers. What does it mean? Imagine you're trying to keep your emotional side in a good way, right? And it's connected to you're trying to go to sleep, right? You're trying to go to bed, and you need to eat something, right? You want to provoke the activity of sleeping, right? How to do that? Just eat a pill, right? Sedative and sleep-inducing pill. And this pill, some Americans called it breakfast of losers, right? If you can't sleep, or if you couldn't sleep, breakfast of losers could or can solve your problem in a way, right? Why not? That's the way how you can go to bed. Sleep-inducing drop. So the word inducing, classically, if you want to know that, it means that it makes, right? You want to sleep after that, right? Sleep-inducing. It's provoking of a sleep. So you want to sleep after eating or consuming the pill of a drug. And the drug called methaqualone. Methaqualone, it's the name of the drug, okay, from 1987. And the brand name was Quaaludes. I have no idea how to pronounce it correctly. So it's just the name of the brand. Next word is when you want to ask someone about his or her money and you want to steal it, you say, give me your money, right? Give me your money. So what kind of phrase or phrasal verb you can use to ask, right? To ask in a rough way. Of course, you say, break it off, or hand over your money, right? Hand over your money. So give me your money. And last is break off, just the verb break off. When you want to treat someone harshly, when you want to deal with someone in a harshly manner, let's say, I want to break my teacher off. I want to deal with my teacher in a harshly manner, in an extremely harshly manner. And that's what I'm doing. I'm breaking her, or I'm breaking my teacher off, right? I'm breaking she off. Not she, of course. I'm breaking you off, breaking my friend off, or somebody else, okay? So that's the end of my podcast episode. That's completely fine for today. And I'll make another episode this week. I'm sorry that I'm making this one pretty late. Today is Tuesday and not the right time. So I will make another one as a fine. Okay, fine. It's like the opposite of bonus, right? It's my mistake. It was my mistake to post the podcast episode lately. And now I want to make another one this week for you guys. Let's stay in touch. And I think we're going to discuss something interesting, maybe for something about the lifestyle, something positive, something to gain our productivity and motivation, because I'm not that productive right now. I'm staying in Volgograd right now, so I'm not in my home place. I visiting my family here, and so that's the reason why I'm a little bit messy here, unconcentrated. So sorry about that, and I hope you guys have an amazing time. Learn English effortlessly, learn English positively, and you will be absolutely fine. Let's stay in touch. I'll see you soon. Bye.